মঙ্গলবারে একটা ক্লাস আছে এটা
Uh, in our previous class, we discussed about probiotics, prebiotics, symbiotics, and postbiotics, and their application in human and animal system. We focused a lot. Today, we shall discuss on plant probiotics because this concept is not, too old because probiotic microorganisms living in the plant, it was not, a focused area of research since long, although probiotic microorganisms in animal have been studied hugely. So today I shall show you because this area is one of the focused area in our laboratory. Plant probiotic bacteria as tools for biorational management of phytopathogen. Phytopathogen, the pathogen of plants. Like human and animals, plants are also infected by various kinds of microorganisms. They are called phytopathogen like fungi, bacteria, virus, nematode, and many more. Mycoplasma, and plants obviously also attacked by insects and other pests. So I shall today show some highlights of our discovery. Obviously, I shall discuss some concept because Ruhul Amin maybe not so familiar in this topic. Plant probiotics, they are we consider as living biostimulants, and they can be used as biopesticide instead of synthetic pesticide, which has tremendous impacts on the environment, even in the health and biodiversity. By using, appropriate probiotic bacteria or fungi, we can uh, replace those synthetic hazardous materials. And how can we discover novel secondary metabolites? That means probiotic bacteria also produce secondary metabolites, that is, small molecules, which are not directly involved in their growth and development, but they are hugely uh, useful for their fitness. So, secondary metabolites can be defined as the metabolites biosynthesized in the cells of an organism that are not directly involved in growth, development, and reproduction of the producers, but they are involved in the fitness communication of the organism, defense, communication, and many more. Uh, and this graph, possibly, I am not sure. I showed you this graph ever, Ruhul Amin and
no sir.
Safi.
No, no, sir.
You didn't see this graph before, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. This is a simple graph. Very easily you can understand the impacts of industrial and green revolution on human population in this earth. You see, from the birth of Christ, human population, if you, I took the data from the Wikipedia, almost static, less than you see 1 billion population in the earth until 17th century. The human population was almost 1 billion on this earth. But after industrial revolution in Europe and green revolution started from the Mexico, human became incredibly powerful, and human population is increasing this way. Now in this earth, human population is 7.3 billion, and it is estimated that by the year 2050, human population on this earth would be 10 billion. That means a dramatic increase will be taken place, and those high number of population and to satisfy all of their basic and aesthetic needs, it's really a big challenge. Now, the two important events, man-made events in the human history, industrial revolution made the human very powerful. The discovery of engine and everything is now, mechanized. So, and it helps us to, accommodate uh, 1,000 people in an area where one family only can survive. So you can make, multi skyrocketing or multi-story building for the accommodation. And by using engine, what cannot you do? You can fly from Bangladesh to America or any other countries. So all these things
Sir.
are possible due to the industrial revolution. You can make things uh, through the industry very quickly. That means one man just pressing a switch can do the job of millions. But this industrial revolution is backed by the fossil fuel burning. That means all engine requires fuel, and scientists discovered, fossil fuel from the mines, and they are, running your car and all the engines, and they are releasing, greenhouse gases. This is why a new big problem is now we are facing is called climate change or global warming. And climate change is really a big threat to the human being as well as other organisms in this earth. So we have to find out ways how can we replace this fossil fuel based civilization to the sustainable civilization, sustainable development. This is why UNO declared sustainable development goals to reduce the this type of pollution and make everything sustainable. Another green revolution, man-made revolution was green revolution. Before the green revolution, why population was almost static? Because human was very helpless. Food security and different, diseases uh, automatically controlled the
Famine.
human population. Famine was a big threat for the human survival. So famine, even in our country, it was common. Every year, many people died due to starvation of food. But a green revolution helped us to feed the billions of people, and it increased food production dramatically, fourfold, even in Bangladesh. But green revolution also brought some of the problem. We use too much agrochemicals in the agricultural productivity, and those chemicals are hazardous to the environment. This is why Bangladesh once it was very rich in fishes in the rivers, but our rivers are almost free from the fishes. And due to the toxicity of the agrochemicals, biodiversity also severely affected, soil health severely deteriorated. And now the technology that we used in green revolution, they are not working as they worked before. You can use the fertilizer, but you cannot get the higher yield. Our yield is now in a plateau. This is why it is a big problem. Another big problem is that although we have industrial revolution and we had green revolution, even though 2 billion people in this earth, they are going to bed with a hungry stomach. This is why we have to find the alternatives and smarter technology. And this is why, ecologically sound agriculture is important. Ecological chemistry, understanding of the ecological chemistry would help us to design a technology that could be sustainable. As I told you, you see fertilizer application is increasing, but food grain increased dramatically until 2000, but now it is increasing very slowly. Yes, one of the option. There are lots of alternatives thinking. For example, for energy, people are thinking about solar energy or bioenergy or like that. But for agriculture, especially nature-based solution is considered are the best solution. So plant probiotics, which we call biologicals, can be a powerful tool to replace some of the synthetic chemicals that we are using now in agriculture worldwide. So plant probiotics are microbes that live fully within plant without causing any disease, that provide multiple benefits including nutrition and stress tolerance to the host. Very important point. Plant probiotics can offer better nutrition to the plant as well as enhance the stress tolerance. As you know, due to climate change, lots of stresses are now threatening to the crop production, like drought, heat stress, salinity, and cold stress, and others. So, association of plant probiotics, uh, they can help plant to tolerate those stresses. Here you can see a tomato plant. If you use, here you see lots of probiotic, these dots are probiotic microorganism living in the rhizosphere, that means root zone, and also on the phyllosphere. What can be achieved? Plant pathogen resistance can be achieved because probiotic microorganism produce antimicrobial substances that ward off the undesirable pathogen. As they are living and co-evolved with the plant, they do not harm the plant like do commensalism or like symbiotic relationship. Growth promotion, because probiotic bacteria can, over the years of uh, co-evolution with the plants, they also achieve the some of the plant genes to synthesize phytohormones. So we discovered many plant probiotic bacteria that can produce phytohormone. So those hormones they exert from their body and promote the plant growth. And they also dissolve the nutrient from the soil. Plant cannot uptake nutrient in insoluble form. Plant can uptake nutrient in ionic form, and plant needs 16 to 17 essential nutrient elements like nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, and they are in ionic form. But in the soil, less than 2% of the nutrient elements are remain in ionic form. This is why microorganisms are crucial for mineralization of the uh, nutrient elements that are present in organic and inorganic insoluble substances. So microorganisms use their enzymes, probiotic microorganisms, and then break down the nutrient for their own uptake, and in that way plant also uptake the nutrients. So nutrient uptake without microorganism or probiotic microorganism, no plant can do, whether the variety is very powerful or whether the soil is very fertile. If there is no microorganism, there would be no crop production. So this is very important, and we can discover the best probiotic microorganisms that help the plant nutrition and manipulate, apply them in the rhizosphere and increase the plant productivity. Some of the bacteria can fix the atmospheric nitrogen. In atmosphere, 78% atmospheric gases are nitrogen. So if nitrogen is fixed, and nitrogen is number one essential nutrient element, not only for plant but also for all other organisms, for synthesis of DNA, RNA, protein, amino acids, enzymes, and other nitrogen containing compounds. So if nitrogen is fixed by the probiotic bacteria from the air and offered to the plant, you can significantly reduce the urea application in the soil or in the crop cultivation. Another big job is done remediation of pollutants. Soil is polluted hugely by, genobiotics. Genobiotics means man-made synthetic chemicals like pesticides and others. And also in our country, a large proportion of our land is contaminated with arsenic and other heavy metals. So in that case, probiotic bacteria help plants to tolerate or escape from the toxicity of the heavy metals. So what they do, some of the probiotic microorganisms can uptake the soluble arsenic and other heavy metals and make them complex, organic compound which are not reactive to the plant and not uptaken by the plant. As I mentioned, plant also tolerate to drought, temperature, even in insect by the application of probiotic microorganisms. They can be bacteria, they can be, fungi. For example, mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza is a plant root-like fungus that colonize 80% of the cultivated plant. If you apply mycorrhiza, you can increase the plant fitness. That means tolerance to the abiotic stresses and get the better nutrition and others. And probiotic bacteria, it has recently been found that probiotic microorganism can also trigger the gene expression of the host for responding to the environment or growth promotion and others. This is why this is really a very fascinating area for research and current global market of the application of plant probiotics or biologicals, 4 billion US dollar, and it is increasing very fast. And if you go through plant molecular biology, this paper published in 2016, you can find in details. They published a special issue on plant microbe interactions. So this is very interesting area to design new products like plant probiotics can be used as biofertilizer and biopesticide. And in our laboratory, we already developed a technology by using the probiotic bacteria. We can reduce the rice production reduce the fertilizer application in the rice production about 50%. So probiotic microorganisms, they live in the guts of the human. Similarly, they are living in the rhizosphere as well as phyllosphere. So plant has no intestine, but rhizosphere is the very important place. And without microorganism, we cannot get any plant product. So discovery of plant probiotic bacteria under an ambitious project, Mining Bangladesh Biogold. This project I started in 2012. And we are focusing probiotics that are living microorganisms which when administered in adequate amounts confer a health benefits of the host. This is a general definition of probiotics. The term plant probiotics has been used to describe plant-associated microorganisms which enhance the growth of the host plant when applied in adequate amount, can be used as biofertilizer or biopesticide. So in our laboratory, to discover the probiotic bacteria, we developed modern techniques or protocol, because discovery of probiotic is really a delicate process. And we developed 25 protocols or techniques and bioassay methods used in modern biotechnological research, and we optimize them. For example, we have a very interesting a method to test any biologically active compound on the pathogenic juice spore, to see the simply the microscope, and you can understand whether the compound has any effect on the zoosporic phytopathogen. And zoosporic phytopathogens, they are the largest group of phytopathogen, and they are the number one pathogen. For example, phytophthora is number one pathogen in the world. And we developed PCR protocols for detecting different microorganisms. Have the protocols for discovering new ecochemicals from the, like new antibiotics from the microorganism like bacteria or fungi. And we have as I mentioned, some of the probiotic microorganisms produce phytohormones. So we have the test assay, we can quantify how much phytohormones are produced by that bacteria. And this is the simple assay we developed when you discover a probiotic microorganism from the seed of rice, our staple food, or any other crop. You can use it in the sterile petri dish and during seed germination. Here you see here control. Control roots are, you see, no branching and growth are very limited. But in case of probiotic bacteria, without any nutrient, how robustly they are growing, root branching, and should grow to so stronger. And we found that in the petri dish, without any nutrient, uh, just by the presence of probiotic bacteria, dry matter in the germinated seed can be fourfold higher than the control. How did they do? They obviously accelerate the photosynthetic capacity and fix the nitrogen from the atmosphere and supply to the growing seedling. And we also can test a probiotic microorganism against a pathogenic fungus or bacteria in the dual culture assay. And by microscopy, we can see how they antagonize the microorganism. So these are the methods. What are the benefits of using plant probiotic bacteria? Provide nutrition of essential nutrient elements, NPK, etc., to plants. Uh, Produce phytohormones and other signaling molecules for the plants and promote the plant growth. Control plant disease by antibiosis to produce antibiotic. Competition for the space and induce systemic resistance. That means when you colonize a probiotic microorganism in the plant, it induces the systemic resistance in the host plant. And production of lytic enzymes. Some enzymes they produce which are causing lysis of the pathogenic microorganism can be used as biofertilizer and biopesticide, and which are alternative to the hazardous synthetic agrochemicals and mines of novel antibiotics. In the world, among all the antibiotics we are using since the discovery of penicillin by the Sir Alexander Fleming, most of them are discovered from the microorganisms, and many drugs and cosmetics, they are discovered from the microorganisms. So microorganisms are mines of antibiotics. One scientist in Japan, Satoshi Omura, few years ago, he got the Nobel Prize in medicine for discovery of ivermectin and many other 400 important antibiotics he discovered from the streptomyces, one of the probiotic microorganism. This is why, in our land is the largest delta in the world. Our ecosystem is quite different. Our Bay of Bengal, the area we own, is equivalent to our land area, but all the areas, the microorganisms are unexplored, and we can discover many antibiotics, enzymes, and biomolecules, which can be a basis for developing the bio industry in our country. So these are the some examples. We applied probiotic bacteria in strawberry few years ago, and we found that antioxidant and nutrient content in the strawberry can significantly be increased, and we published the paper in scientific reports. And the strawberry production without application of any synthetic fertilizer and pesticide, we can increase more than 40%. And we can, protect the plants by using probiotic bacteria. Here is the cucumber, no probiotic, so plant died due to the artificial inoculation of the phytophthora. Similarly, we can discover many new compounds. Over the years, I discovered 60, more than 60 new antibiotics from the different microorganisms. So this is all for today's lecture, and we shall discuss, later on. And discovery of plant probiotics, especially for fertilizer, main source can be the seeds, stem, root, and rhizosphere. What we do, we first sterilize these materials, surface sterilize, so that environmental bacteria, to avoid the environmental bacteria, those living inside the tissue or inter space of the plant cells, we consider them. And these are the way, from the local variety of rice, our scientists discovered more than 650 probiotic bacteria, and they are the pure culture. And we characterized them in the laboratory, and we tested them in the bioassay, and we did the whole genome sequence, 16S rRNA gene sequencing, now for the identification, and whole genome sequence for determination of the genes involved in their trait. So this is all for today, and hopefully we shall discuss more in depth in the next class. So you can ask some question. Ruhul Amin and Shafi.
Yes, sir. I have a question. So, can you use the probiotic from the poultry to the in case of rice, since the
You mean poultry probiotic to the rice plant?
yes,
Gut probiotics in the poultry, if they are co-evolved with the poultry, and in the rice ecosystem, the environment is quite different. So I am not sure. In the laboratory you can apply, and you can get the some effect, but in the practical condition, probiotic are very sensitive to the environment. So in that case, rice probiotic, if you want to use in the poultry, I'm not sure how much effect will be generated. But in the Facebook, please see our recent publication. Dr. Salam, he discovered to yeast from the pineapple, and applied those plant probiotics in fishes, and he got a very good effect with the feed, a good effect in the growth, and other traits of the health traits of the fishes. So we published that paper in aquaculture report. Some of the microorganisms, they have wide range of environmental adaptation. In that case, even for example, if you discover a thermotolerant bacterium from the poultry and want to apply in rice, I think it can survive in any environment, and there is a possibility, and we can test it. Shafi, any question?
No, sir.
Rulamin, any more?
Thank you, sir. In
Thank
case
you.
of plant, in case
Yeah?
of endophytic bacteria, so in case of if you compare the plant with the human, so if we consume fruit, they will contain the probiotics bacteria. So will they sustain in the human gut, since the environmental bacteria and both are different condition?
Yes, plant-associated bacteria, endophyte, whether they can sustain in our gut is really a big question because our guts are acidic in nature. So most of the our crop plants, agricultural soil pH is 6.5. It's mild acidic, but our gut acidity is much more lower, higher. So in that case, we are not sure whether they can survive. But through our food, we are getting them because all the rice, all the plants, internal tissue, they are filled in bacteria. Even if you cook or you take the fresh one, you are getting the bacteria and eating them, and they are not problematic for our health as the dose we are getting through the agricultural produce. But if you want to apply plant probiotic in the animal or human for any benefit, you can do it and you can try it. But I'm not sure which one can survive because bacteria, you cannot guarantee that at which level of temperature and abiotic stressful condition they can survive. Bacteria can be found in at the tip of even Himalaya, or even in the boiling water at the volcano. For example, hydrothermal vent where temperature is 200 or 300 degrees Celsius. Scientists even discovered archaea from there. So they have incredibly wide range of tolerance. This is why we can also do lots of research and find their properties and behavior under different conditions. But obviously, environment is a big factor for the expression of the gene. So uh, the benefit showing under certain condition may not be shown in other extreme condition. There is obviously an effect of environment on the gene expression. Nearly 50% gene expression is regulated by the environmental factors. Any question?
No, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so
In
much.
case of
Yeah.
so in case of suppose I want to mention that in case of diabetics, people consume drug all over the year or throughout the month. If we apply probiotics in human or plant, do we need to apply in a certain period or continuously uh, carry?
I am not sure because I didn't read any, classical paper on the effect of probiotics on diabetics. Obviously, there might be. So please browse the net. That means the Google Scholar and PubMed, and the impact of probiotics on, blood sugar level or metabolism of sugar in human and other organism, and share with us. And it would be interesting topic. Yes, if we can use probiotic to control the diabetes, that would be the best way. And if you can make such a formulation, it would revolutionize because all over the world diabetic is a big problem. Even in Bangladesh, among the adult people, nearly 70% are suffering from different level of diabetes. Thank you so much.
Thank you,